Hold that thought.
I was just going to say that our first thing is a mention, it was a mention.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Once the button is hit, I can't unhit it.
Yeah. Sorry. we were too busy yapping, preparing. Anyways. Hi, everybody. Hello.
Hi. Good
morning.
Hello. Actually, why don't you just do your little mention? Because look at you guys. Look who has a new book.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So you guys know how much we love our dogs and love Ruff Greens. And naturopathic doctor Dennis Black, founder of Ruff Greens, has a new book out. It's called A Natural Path to Pet Health, How to Save Thousands of Pet Food and Vet Bills. You can get it by going to ruffgreens.com/book and get your copy today. Do that. You should totally do it. It has all sorts of recipes and stuff like that in there. Good stuff. So do it.
Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. All right. My boy is coming home from college literally any moment. So
10 minutes.
I think it's, like 10 minutes. He should be pulling into the driveway. And I am going to be obviously otherwise engaged. But I do think the show could be on the normal to short side today. And
you always say that. It'll be an hour and a half. It'll be an hour and a half long. It will be.
It probably will. And we're going to kick it off today just with a little update about what's going on in the Middle East ever since this amazing ceasefire agreement was signed and all these countries are on board. And, Hamas they cannot be trusted, essentially. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on. Hamas, according to the New York Post, is carrying out public executions of people that they thought might be two on the Israel side, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So this is happening. And no one that has been screaming about, oh my God, the poor Palestinians, no one cares. No one cares that this is happening.
Why would they care about that? Why would they care about public executions? I ask you.
I mean, they would if Israel were conducting them, but since it's not, they have they've got no story. Really.
Terrorists are going to terrorist. What are you going to do, right? Okay.
Terrorists are always going to terrorist.
That's right.
And they are also saying, their spokespeople are saying, that they have absolutely no intention of disarming or giving up power, which are two of the core requirements of the deal that they just signed. So if you thought that they were going to hold to anything, you were sorely mistaken. We'll get to what Trump said about that in just a little bit. But all signs are pointing to the fact that Hamas is just going to continue to be Hamas. And then this guy on X yesterday said, breaking, Israel's defense minister just tweeted that the country's main goal, now that the hostages are returned, is to resume bombing Hamas tunnels in Gaza, acting like that was bad and somehow not okay for Israel to do. But that is also part of the actual agreement, that they're going to get rid of all the tunnels, all the weapons production facilities, all of that. That still remains to be done,
Yep. They're gonna find a way to blame everything on Israel. So,
this is what they do. This is what they do. And then earlier yesterday, we started getting reports of the fact that only 4 out of the 28 deceased hostage bodies were going to be returned. And then supposedly yesterday afternoon, they returned those 4 bodies. However, it turns out this morning that the 4th one is actually not one of the hostages. I don't even know who it is, but it's a body that is not. Yeah. So listen, if Israel responds in some way, they have absolutely every right to.
They're like, you think they're going to know? No one's going to know. No one's going to just slip that body and no one's going to. What?
I mean,
what the hell? Hamas.
I don't get it either.
I cannot.
But this is par for the course for them. And now things are looking sketch within Gaza, because there could be some actual civil wars going on inside the Gaza Strip, because they've got all these competing clans, some of which don't like Hamas. And so now there's infighting, and things are getting bad in Gaza, not because of anything that Israel is doing, but just because there's a lot of infighting. So that's happening. Mm-hmm. And then in the midst of all the celebration, which, we talked about that quite a bit the other day, about how powerful all that was. Gavin Newsom's press team, the same one that puts out those tweets in all caps trying to pretend that they're like Donald Trump, they made fun of a photo of that the White House posted of Bibi and Trump shaking hands, talking closely. And they posted the Dumb and Dumber guys in response to that. so tone deaf. And as OC Republicans pointed out, they said Israel hostages are released, a historic peace deal is signed, nations rejoice, and this is how California's governor reacts. He is a child surrounded by idiots.
Yeah, what a dipshit. Not a
Now,
good look.
apparently they deleted it, but the fact that it was their initial inclination is the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it totally is the story. Yeah, wow. Not a good look.
Not a good look. Not at all.
Nope.
You got your reading glasses on. Good.
I do. Thank goodness.
So the reason for my name today is for Noa Argamani, who she had that beautiful reunion with her boyfriend Avinatam that we were also excited to see, and she posted an update on X yesterday, and it was so sweet. So here's the first page, if you could read it.
2 years. 2 years passed since the last moment I saw Avinatam, the love of my life. 2 years since the moment terrorists kidnapped us, put me on a motorcycle, and tore me away from Avinatam before the eyes of the entire world. From that moment, our journey in captivity was separated. I was held captive with children, women, and the elderly, while Avinatam was held alone. I was mostly kept inside houses, while Avinatam was only in the tunnels. Hamas released videos and signs of life from me, while there was no information at all about Avinatam. Am I pronouncing his name correctly?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I was held captive by Hamas for 246 days, while Avinatam was held for 738 days. I came back in a heroic rescue operation, and Avinatam returned in a deal. But both of us, against all odds, came home, and we were reunited. I cannot put into words the range of emotions I felt when I saw him for the first time after so long. Each of us faced death countless times, and yet after 2 years apart, we are finally taking our first steps together again in the state of Israel. At last, we can begin our healing together. The recovery will be long. We still haven't truly processed what has happened here over the last 2 years, but we won. We won our personal war and the war of all those who fought alongside us to reach this moment. And now the time has come to begin our shared journey together. Please have children.
The rest.
Please
I know so many children.
I want to say a huge thank you, first and foremost, to the IDF soldiers and security forces who have been fighting for so long and risk their lives for us every single day. Thank you to our family, friends, to the people of Israel. Israel, who raised their voices. Did I say that right? When we couldn't speak, to the people around the world who embraced us, to all the incredible individuals who supported us through the hardest times and never lost hope throughout this long period, to the U.S. government, which opened its doors to me and was always there to listen, especially at Southeast. Is it Southeast?
Steve Witkoff.
Okay. Peace Mission, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and the exceptional President Donald Trump. To all the people who stood beside our hostages and understood that light must overcome darkness. We will never forget the fallen and the murdered, and we will not stop fighting until every fallen soldier and hostage is brought home for a proper burial in Israel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This could have never happened without you. We are back. Heart emoji.
Isn't that sweet?
That picture is remarkable right there. It's a beautiful picture. Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
It is. Yeah. I can't even imagine 2 years.
And the stories that are coming out now from him about what kind of torture he was put through. I mean, it's unimaginable, but you can find those stories, like the cage that he was kept in. He couldn't stand. I mean, it was just, these people are monsters. They're absolute monsters. And they do still need to be destroyed. Every last one of them. So.
You know what? And it's a testament to these people because they had the will to live. Because I would imagine after being, stuck in a cage and being treated like that for about, for however long, whether it's 6 months, a year, a lot of people would lose the will to live.
Yeah.
And it's such a testament to these people and how strong they are.
Survivors for sure.
Right. Totally.
Yeah. I guess he used to work, or still does, for NVIDIA, this tech company, and his boss, before he came home, but like when we knew he was gonna come home, his boss said, "Hey, I hope you've had a good excuse for not showing up to work for 738 days." And at the end, it was really, really cute. But at the end, he was like, "I also have some pretty good news about what's happened with your stocks over the past 2 years." So just so neat. I just love that so much.
That is really cool.
And so then as I was seeing all these tweets about, how Hamas has basically reneged on so much of the deal already, I was starting to worry about Trump responding to that. Like, I was like, there needs to be action. Like, they can't just be allowed to get away with this, because we all made such a huge fuss over the ceasefire. It needs to stick. And if it doesn't stick, there needs to be consequences.
Right.
And thankfully, there was this tweet from Donald Trump yesterday. All 20 hostages are back and feeling as good as can be expected. A big burden has been lifted, but the job is not done. The dead have not been returned as promised. Phase 2 begins right now. And he answered questions yesterday, and this was one of the questions. What if Hamas doesn't disarm? Here is what he said.
We have told them we want to disarm, and they will disarm. And if they don't disarm, we will disarm them. And it'll happen quickly and perhaps violently. But they will disarm. Do you understand me?
Yes. You say
because
quickly.
everyone says, oh, well, they won't disarm. They will disarm. And I spoke to Hamas, and I said, you're going to disarm, right? Yes, sir, we're going to disarm. That's what they told me. They will disarm, or we will disarm them. Got it?
We got it. FAFO. FAFO. Could you imagine?
That's what I voted for.
Can
right
you imagine
there.
Kamala doing this? No, she would not do this. He is the only one that can do this in this point in time.
It's true.
He was made for such a time as this.
God, I was so relieved to hear that strength again, because I was just like, I don't want this to be like, I've created the ceasefire agreement and now kind of it's up to the Middle East to sort everything out. He was like, oh no, we will take care of this. And
it's like,
I love
we have an agreement. You're not pulling the wool over my eyes. FAFO. I'm not playing. Yeah.
So you guys, Daisy's going to be using some serious coat defense today because reasons.
Oh my God, you guys. So Theo got skunked again this morning, you guys. It's like, I get up at 4 a.m. I let him out. This is the 3rd time since we've had him. Okay. Like, I don't know what it is about him and his love of skunks, but he will hop the fence. This is so prime Theo. It's what he does. The first time we did what everybody thinks you're supposed to do, like the tomato juice and the baking powder, blah. This is what everybody tells me. And I'm like, no. The second time I did coat defense, but I was a little clumsy with it. Now I know exactly what you got to do. So you got to sprinkle the preventative powder all over him, let it soak in for like an hour, then wash him in the coat defense shampoo. This is what you do. And in severe cases like this morning's, you probably have to repeat the process twice. Okay. You have to do that and then do it again. It's miraculous. It actually does work. If I could just sprinkle it all over my house, that would be great. I may actually have to do that at some things, but the powder is like dry shampoo for dogs, only better. It's natural, chemical free. It really does get rid of the odor. It does. It works. You have to let it soak a little bit and then do the shampoo. It also, if you don't have skunk issues like we do here in the country, it gets rid of yeastiness. It softens their coats. It's really great for allergies. I am living proof that this stuff works with skunkiness because I've done this twice with Theo, and he is a skunk hunter, not a very good one. If you guys have criminal dogs like I have, you should have the Coat Defense Daily Preventative Powder and the shampoo on hand at all times. Plus the balm is amazing. It's miraculous. You can get it all at coatdefense.com. Get 15% off with code CHICKS at checkout. It's coatdefense.com, code CHICKS for 15% off. My dogs are criminals. My dogs are criminals. Yeah.
So now we need to talk about what happened late yesterday afternoon, which is that President Trump, as promised, gave the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Charlie Kirk through Erika. And it was a huge crowd. In fact, they ended up having to move it from inside the White House to outside in the Rose Garden just to accommodate all the people who wanted to witness this moment. And I think a lot of us were really kind of excited to see Erika, see how she's doing, and all of that. And so there was the moment where Trump accompanied her out into to her seat in the front row. And here's what it looked like.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, accompanied by Erika Kirk.
He spoke for a while, you guys.
It doesn't surprise me.
I mean,
No.
he did some talking. Obviously, we're not going to play a lot of it, but we do have one clip to share with you when he was talking about Charlie and told Erika how much Charlie loved her, which was very, very sweet. Here that
October 14th is Charlie's birthday, and he should have been turning 32 years old that day. When I first met him, he was like 22, and I said, boy, he's awfully young, but I thought he was older than that, you know. He looked a little bit older than his age. That's okay, you know. That's not good when you're old, but when you're young, it's great. He had the best of all things, but he was special. But instead, Charlie is attaining a far more important milestone. We're entering his name forever into the eternal roster of true American heroes. He's a true American hero, an amazing person, way, way beyond his years. And I'm honored to be joined by a woman who has endured unspeakable hardship with unbelievable strength, and that's Charlie's widow, Erika. And I just want to thank you, Erika. He loved you so much.
That's sweet.
Very sweet.
Yeah. And his parents, people have been asking, where are his parents? Where are his parents?
I have a photo of them because honestly, I'd never seen their faces. And so they were there. They were obviously in that front. I don't know who was standing right next to her. There was a blonde woman standing right next to her.
That's her mom.
I don't know if no. This wasn't. Oh, it's her mom.
Yeah. Erika's mom. Erika's mom. She was a single mom. Her mom was standing right next to her. And like she was the one hugging her and stuff like that. That was her mom. Yeah.
Okay.
And his parents, I would imagine they don't want to be in the spotlight. I mean, freaking lunatics killed their son. I would want to be private too. Why would you want to be out there in the public eye?
Yeah.
I don't know why people are like, why haven't we seen them? I mean, would you want to be seen? Would you want to be out in the public eye? No. And they're probably grieving. Like people need to give all of these family members grace, especially for how they handle it individually and uniquely in their own way. I get a little sick of that. You know, I think,
you will have a tweet to share.
Right. You address this on Monday about how you understand that. And I think people need to just take a beat and let people just grieve and process things in their own individual ways, you know?
Yeah. I mean, people are so gross, unfortunately. So here is the moment where the actual award was announced and presented.
The Presidential Medal of Freedom is awarded to Charles James Kirk. Accepting on behalf of Charlie is his wife, Mrs. Erika Kirk. Charlie Kirk was one of the most influential American political figures of his generation. At just 18 years old, he founded Turning Point USA and grew it into the largest conservative youth organization in the nation. For over a decade, he tirelessly traveled the country leading a movement to restore respect for our founding principles, reawaken our national identity, and inspire a renewed spirit of religious devotion. He was one of the great debaters and communicators of his time. Despite receiving repeated threats, he remained undeterred and modeled courage, logic, humor, and grace to the next generation. On September 10th, 2025, at age 31, Charlie Kirk was assassinated while addressing a group of students. The United States honors him as a martyr for truth and freedom.
So apparently, for the very first time ever, according to Mikey McCoy, who's part of the TPUSA team, a Christian cross was engraved on the back of the Medal of Freedom. So the front of it represents America telling Charlie, well done, patriot, mission accomplished. And the back is a reminder that God is saying, well done, good and faithful servant.
I love it.
And as you can see, Erika and Trump have something in common in that they both love gold. So that is her hand holding on to the medal there. She also obviously spoke, and first she had lots of thank yous, and here's a little bit of that part.
Your support of our family and the work that Charlie devoted his life to will be something I cherish forever, so thank you. To our gracious First Lady in her office for making this event possible, thank you as well. It's beautiful. To Vice President and the lovely Usha Vance, your friendship has been an unbelievable encouragement. Thank you. And to all our friends and family that are here and watching from all around the world, thank you for loving us. Thank you for praying for us and for believing in what Charlie believed in. And to our Turning Point USA staff and the Charlie Kirk Show staff, we love you.
I don't know how she maintains that level of poise.
Yeah.
I'm in awe.
Years of pageants. I think she just learns to get
God.
up there and do the things. You know what I mean? Honestly.
It's
like,
incredible.
if you've ever like known pageant girls, they just learn to do that. They just know how to get up there and do the things.
That's wow. It's
At least
just
that's my
amazing.
take. That's my take on it, you know?
I mean, I'm sure that didn't hurt, you
Yeah.
know, getting all that kind of training. She also, you know, is now the CEO of Turning Point. And so as she prepared her speech, she knew that she needed to reach out to the TPUSA chapters, especially all the new ones that have cropped up since Charlie's death. And so she gave them a message. Here it is.
To the Turning Point USA chapters that are watching all across America right now, you are the heartbeat of this future and of this movement. Everything that Charlie built, you guys are the legacy holders of that. You are living proof that his mission did not die with him. It lives through you. And Charlie always said the next generation will decide whether freedom endures. And because of you, I know that freedom will endure. It will.
She's so good.
She really is.
Yeah. And there was this cute moment where she talked about how Charlie prayed for his enemies. And remember how Trump made a joke about that? Like, was it at the memorial?
Yep, it was.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So she joked with him right back about that. And Trump's reaction, you know, he's not speaking, obviously, he's in the background, but just watch his reaction. It's so cute in this moment.
Surprisingly enough, he did pray for his enemies, which is very hard, but he did. He did.
Trump's like, sorry, can't do it.
He did. No one else, I mean, I saw him do it. No, he never did it in front of anyone else, but I can attest to that.
That is adorable.
But he also loved people when it was inconvenient. And he ran his race with endurance, and he kept the faith. And now he wears the crown of a righteous martyr.
Trump's like, I'm not there yet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not there yet. Still want to kick people's asses.
Y'all are better people than I am.
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
Admittedly so.
I just thought that was so cute. There was also the moment where she talked about how Charlie preferred quiet birthdays and that she had a message for him every single year. Here is that.
And he preferred quiet birthdays. But that never stopped me from telling him. I told him every single year, I said, baby, I love your birthday. I said, because it's the day that God knew the world couldn't go another day without you.
Are you kidding me with this?
I know, right?
Ow.
I know.
Ow. That makes me need something for my heart. Maybe they have something at All Family Pharmacy. Good segue.
Again with the segues, you guys. Yes, they have everything. All Family Pharmacy has everything you need. Essential medications for your heart, and then also biohacking stuff. They have all sorts of stuff like that, and they have ivermectin and mebendazole. All that is like 25%, making them more affordable than ever. $2 a capsule, you guys. Plus, you can save an extra 10% off with code CHICKS10, which is great. Do not wait until your family gets sick from stuff like sinus infections, flu season, all that kind of stuff is happening. They have essential medications like Tamiflu, antibiotics, antivirals. I mentioned ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine. They have vitamins. They have flu kits, sinus infection kits. You can get all the kits and have them on standby so you don't have to wait in one of those places where there's a bunch of sick people for like 3-4 hours. Nobody has time for that. Nobody wants to do that. So check it out. Stock up now. Go to allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Use code CHICKS10 and stock up and have that stuff on hand. allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Use code CHICKS10. Do it.
If that wasn't already heart-wrenching enough, then she said what her daughter's message for her daddy's birthday was. Oh my God, you guys.
And before I close, I'll share with you that I asked our daughter what she would like to say to Daddy for his birthday. Excuse me. She said, "Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to give you a stuffed animal. I want you to eat a cupcake with ice cream, and I want you to go have a birthday surprise. I love you," is what she said. And while our son is precious, he can't yet speak. In classic
so heartbreaking
Kirk family fashion, his actions spoke louder than his words, and his gift to you, Charlie, and myself for that matter, was deciding to become the man of the house and be fully potty trained at 16 months.
That's impressive, I gotta say.
That is for a little boy.
Impressive.
For a little boy, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
At 16 months. Yeah. You go, little Kirk man.
Little
You
Kirk
go.
man.
And it's like, it is really impressive. And I'd imagine that Charlie is in heaven right now eating all the cupcakes for his little girl.
Yeah. And Trump is so kind and sweet with her and was with his parents also at the end. And so right after she was finished speaking, they exchanged some hugs, and it was just, you can just, there's such warmth there. He is so warm, and people don't give him enough credit for that.
He's fatherly and grandfatherly.
Yes,
I love it.
yes,
Totally.
he totally is.
I
And
love
so
it.
here are the parents. And Marsha Blackburn actually posted this photo saying it was an honor to share a special moment with Charlie Kirk's parents at the White House today. So
God
there
bless
they
them.
are.
I can
I
only
know.
imagine. I can only imagine what they're going through. 32 years old. My God. We have a boy that is exactly his age. I just can't imagine. It's just
Yeah.
tragic and senseless, and I just hate it. I hate it for them.
I know. It's awful. And then for people, just people that like dare to even have an American flag in their bio, this guy named Mike Rich said, "I've never seen any widow happier than Erika." And then just grabbed this moment of time from that emotional event that you just saw video from. He just grabbed this one screenshot from CNN saying, she's too happy to be a proper widow, I guess.
It goes back to what I said. People are going to grab onto it and say, she's not grieving like I think she should grieve. How about you F off?
Well, that's basically what I said. I said, God forbid she have moments where she's not crying 24/7.
Right.
She literally cried through much of her speech, you absolute jackass. Grief comes in waves. It isn't a constant. And you can absolutely GFY
Go
for
F
posting
yourself.
such a disgusting, heartless comment.
This
It's
is
so
the
mad.
thing. Yeah. They hate her because they hated him and they hate us. And this is what they're going to do. And I'm sure there are going to be people in our comments, like there's going to be trolls that do the same thing where she's not grieving the way they think she should grieve. Well, screw you.
God, just awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
We're gonna close out. This is, by the way, my husband got me this shirt, and it's got Charlie on the back.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that fun? I love this shirt.
I love that. Yeah.
Turning Point USA early in the day yesterday posted a tribute video to Charlie for his birthday, and it was so good. I had to share it with everybody. The end like knocked me out. I was just like, ah. Anyway, you guys have to see this. Please enjoy.
When you make that covenant with the Lord on that altar, don't let that fire burn out from the altar. That love is so special and so powerful. You married your soulmate. You married the person who God made for you. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband. Charlie always believed that God's design for marriage and the family was absolutely amazing, and it is. It is, and it was the greatest joy of his life. And over, he would tell all these young people to come and find their future spouse, become wives and husbands and parents. And the reason why is because he wanted you all to experience what he had and still has. He wanted everyone to bring heaven into this earth through love and joy that comes from raising a family. It's beautiful.
Oh my God. I just can't.
Ugh,
I know,
so
right?
good.
It's just senseless. I know.
Oh, it just makes me so mad.
I know. It makes me so
So
mad too.
mad.
It makes me so mad.
It makes me want to binge. And you know what I have to binge on? I have these amazing chips. You guys, can I just say, look, can I just show you the ingredients of these chips?
Yeah.
Wait, do you see that? I'm
Why
sorry,
do
I'm
you-
trying to make everybody stop crying. Okay.
You have my
Corn,
yes. That's it.
tallow, salt.
That's it.
That's it.
You guys, they're
They
so
are
good. You guys,
delicious.
these are ridiculous. They're so good. Okay. My favorite is I love the blue corn. I have two favorites. The blue corn, and then they have churros chips. Okay.
The dessert chips.
The churros ones are bomb. Okay. And this is a pro tip. You guys ready? Like, write this down if you can't remember it. The churros chips dipped in chocolate hummus will change your freaking life. All right. It's seriously addictive. Like, I've got my kids hooked on them. They're the greatest thing. You guys, they have no bad stuff in them. Like Mock said, it's just all yummy, good. It's like
Natural.
eating. It's like you're snacking on really bad for you stuff, but you're not. It's that you've been naughty, but there's no naughtiness. You know what I mean? So you don't get all gross and bloated and sluggish after you eat it. And all beef tallow, and it's good. It's good for you. They're good for you. Naughty chips is what they are. They're
And
so
delicious.
great. You
Ah,
guys
so
have got to
good.
try the churros ones dipped in chocolate hummus. They're so good. They're all addictive. So yeah, you guys got to give MASA a try. MASAChips.com/chicks. Use code chicks for 25% off. Do it through us. I mean, you can get them at like Sprouts and stuff like that, but get them through us. MASAChips.com/chicks. Use code chicks for 25% off. You guys are not going to be sorry. Get like a bunch of bags, have them sent to you. They're so crunchy. They're so good. You're going to love them. Do it.
Yeah. MASA. MASA. MASAChips.com.
I say MASA.
So good.
MASA.
That could be right. I don't actually know. I just know.
Try them. They're so good.
So good. All right. We've got like a whole bunch of little news stories to get to. The first of which I just have I don't know how to feel. But here's the story. This broke yesterday that the Supreme Court rejected an appeal from Alex Jones, which means that $1.4 billion judgment against him over how he talked about the Sandy Hook shooting is still a thing. So I hated everything that he said.
I did too.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
this just seemed so completely out of bounds and over the top that I have the uncomfortableness about it.
I'm kind of wigged out about it too. Cause it's like, it's free speechy, right? It's like, it's kind of like, listen, I hate it. I think he's a loon. I think it's loony and stupid. And I hated all the stuff that he said, but you know, like where do you draw the line? Like it's weird.
Right.
And it's $1.4 billion.
So
What?
I don't, it's just,
What are we doing?
Yeah. Anyway,
What are we doing?
that happened and you guys needed to know about
You
it.
need to know
and
it.
So,
Yeah. That's happening in the United States of America.
Yeah.
That's happening. Right.
And what's happening in Chicago right now is the erection. Sorry, I'm 12.
Okay.
The erection of the most hideous presidential library of all time and space. It is Obama's presidential library. Look at this absolute eyesore, you guys. What in the hell was that?
Wait, it went away. Okay, there it is. It's, he said, "Oh, I approve it. This is great."
That is so awful.
It is. It's ugly. It's very ugly, which, it tracks. It tracks.
I mean, it's
Totally tracks.
It's horrendous. Like that is just one of the worst buildings ever.
Well, Michelle probably said, I love this. This is fantastic. But look at her clothes.
Fair,
it's all tracks.
fair point.
Everything tracks.
Yeah. There was also a story that came from Politico yesterday, and apparently there was a bunch of leaked messages from a Telegram chat that came from leaders of various young Republican groups. It included a sitting state senator. I'm not sure from which state, actually, but a whole bunch of different leaders from all over the country in these young Republican groups that were really, really gross, like anti-Semitic, super racist, like just gross messages.
Right.
And so there's been, as you might expect, some reaction. The official Young Republicans Twitter account posted a statement saying, "We're appalled by the vile and inexcusable language revealed in the Politico article published today. Such behavior is disgraceful, unbecoming of any Republican, and stands in direct opposition to the values our movement represents. Those involved must immediately resign from all positions within their state and local Young Republican organizations. We must hold ourselves to the highest standards of integrity, respect, and professionalism."
Well, it's good that they did this because, Republicans hold other Republicans accountable as opposed to Democrats who don't. Cue Jay Jones last week when we talked about Jay Jones. So,
he's still freaking running.
Right. And there are silent Democrats on that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was calling for the killing of children. So, listen, these kids are freaking idiots. They're a bunch of pricky idiots, these kids that were talking about stupid craps. And granted, I'll still maintain that, like, when people have private text message threads, stuff can get out of hand. It can. You can say stupid stuff. Everybody, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people on here, I'm sure you have like text threads, family text threads where things just get really stupid. If taken out of context, they'd be like, dang, this family's crazy, But
do we sound that much worse than like your typical South Park episode? I don't know.
Exactly. Right. That's the thing. There are a lot of people who say a lot of crazy stuff. Now, the anti-Semitic stuff, I think that's getting a little bit, we're getting a little weird in this country.
It's getting mainstreamed.
Yeah.
It used totally to be getting mainstreamed.
Yeah. I don't know. Like all this, like joking about Hitler. What are they doing? What are these kids doing? And why are they doing that? I have questions about that. Like, why is it's not funny. That's not funny to me to joke about that. Then again, I grew up in a time where it wasn't funny to be an anti-Semite. So that bothers me a little bit. And also,
I don't have questions about it though, because it completely tracks with everything that Tucker says, with what Candace says, with what Ian Carroll says. They are making this all mainstream.
right. And I didn't read all the text messages, but if they were being racist, not funny to be racist either. So, I mean,
I know.
you can be funny and say stupid shit without being a little jerk. It's like, this is the thing. So there's a lot of stuff in there where I'm glad that the young Republicans, they're calling this out and they're holding these kids accountable. They have no business being in politics. It's good to root these kids out now. And also, teach your kids that everything that they say and do online can and will be held against them. Just tell them that.
Well, and that's the question, is like, how did this get out? And so AF Post, you can read this. This is the working theory right now.
Young Republicans have come under fire after jokes from a private Telegram group chat were leaked to Politico. The comments, taken out of context, have been cited as part of what members describe as a highly coordinated year-long character assassination campaign led by Gavin Wax and the New York City Young Republican Club following internal disputes. In response, several prominent New York Republicans, including Representative Elise Stefanik and State Senate Minority Leader Rob Ort, have denounced the chat messages. Multiple individuals involved have since lost jobs or job offers. Yikes. The episode adds to a growing list of cases in which Republicans have turned on their own, rushing to police off-color remarks and displays of political incorrectness. Democrats, by contrast, rarely show the same concern within their own ranks, regularly condoning calls to violence. That is true. For example, Jay Jones, a Democrat running for Attorney General in Virginia, was recently exposed for messages glibly advocating violence against his Republican adversaries and their families, referring to their children as little fascists. Despite the leak, Jones faced no meaningful backlash from fellow Democrats, even in the wake of Charlie Kirk's public assassination. Yes, to our point. That's the thing. So, I mean, there is a difference here. There is a very distinct line between Republicans and Democrats, where Republicans are like, you cannot do this. Democrats are like, he just called for the killing of
office.
I mean, they're fascist kids. Just kill them. That's
right.
how they are. These people are violent lunatics, and we're not. And we're drawing a line in the sand, which is a good thing. But yeah, I still want to know, like, the whole putting this. Somebody was in that group chat saying, "I'm going to go ahead and push this stuff out there." That's weird, because like you and I were talking in pre-show, and it's like, if you and I we go back and forth all the time on text. We text each other constantly, right? If for some reason our text messages got out, it would be one of the two of us.
Right. I mean, I don't know how else that happens.
Right. That's the thing. Unless we said the government somehow infiltrated our messages and put it out there, which I assure you the government's not interested in our text messages.
That we know of.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty boring. Well, maybe not. Some of them are kind of fun.
think, Republicans tend to immediately slap on the wrist behavior that we think is slap on the wrist worthy, which is why a lot of people are a little disappointed in JD's response. Although I understand it, people are like, both things can be wrong at the same time. So he reposted Jay Jones's text saying, "This is far worse than anything said in a college group chat, and the guy who said it could become the AG of Virginia. I refuse to join the pearl clutching when powerful people call for political violence," which, fair point. But you can also say all of this is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's all bad.
I think it's okay for you to say, listen, we have standards. We're going to maintain those standards. And also, you know what? You guys should not be calling for political violence, you schmucks. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Both can be true. And I think we need to maintain that. We should always maintain standards on our side. Just because they don't doesn't mean that we should stoop to that. It's one thing to get into the gutter with them and fight, because I'm definitely all for that at this point. But
you can be scrappy.
Right. We should scrap and be bulldoggy, but at the same, because we have to at this point. But at the same time, we should maintain some standards.
Right. Right. And we know what's bad behavior when we see it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to defend it.
And you know what?
At all.
We're better than they are.
Yeah.
We're
And
not the
that's a
same.
point I think that we can make while we're saying this is bad.
Yes.
And also, Democrats are still way worse. Amiri King, for example, said for the past decade, the left has called us white pieces of shit, Nazis, racists, wished death upon our families, bragged about aborting kids, killed Charlie Kirk,
Right.
tried to murder our president twice. Fast forward, and some college-age frat boys in a private group chat said, I'm ready to watch people burn and I love Hitler. And now all of a sudden, a line has been crossed. Shut all the way the F up.
Exactly.
And I get that too.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Will Chamberlain also weighing in on this issue, saying, call me old fashioned, but I think candidates for the position of AG of the state of Virginia should be held to a higher standard than random young Republican staffers.
Amen.
Totally agree with that.
I agree completely too.
And our new best friend, Brandon Gill, also said, I am shocked and disgusted by these recently released messages. This kind of hatred has no place in our politics, and everybody, regardless of political affiliation, should condemn it. Jay Jones should drop out of the race.
Yes. Look, I love that because both
Right?
are true. Both are true. Yep.
You know what's kind of awesome about this is that Politico probably thought they had this big gotcha moment against Republicans, but really it's just shining the spotlight right back on Jay Jones.
It
because
sure is.
Republicans are condemning all of these Telegram messages, and yet Democrats are still propping this guy up.
And Democrats in general. Because, I mean, just look at the two messages before that you put up on the screen where literally, y'all, I mean, you tried to assassinate our president. You killed Charlie Kirk. Can you shut the hell up now? Seriously. You really want to talk about violent rhetoric? You've been calling us Nazis and fascists for how many years now? It's true. Just STFU. You know?
And I loved that Jack Posobiec pointed this out because I would love to see this. He was like, let's see the young Democrats texts about Charlie Kirk now.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you love to?
Oh, I'd love to. Break them out. Let's see them. Put them all on display.
Absolutely. I think that Guy Benson kind of captured at least my sentiments on this absolutely pitch perfect. He said, obviously, much of this is appalling, whether it arises from genuine bigotry or misplaced, jokey, edgelord shitposting. It's ugly. Be better, grow up. Also, I'm not interested in one single lecture on any of this from the Jay Jones must still be AG of Virginia party.
Exactly.
And
like
that
you
is
don't
exactly
get to lecture me when you're standing on a house of cards. Like,
yeah,
shut up. Just shut the hell up.
Shut all the way the F up, as Mary
Right.
King said. You guys, reminder that if you need help with dinner, can we recommend the geniuses over at HomeChef who do all the heavy lifting for you? Oh my God, this is my
It's a
favorite
really
one.
great way. I know you're all about this. Like you
I love pasta.
I like the ones that are super easy, like the ones where, you know, like you can just microwave. Like she likes the ones where you can
You
actually
still
make it.
make it. It's
She
just
likes-
not hard.
Yeah, she likes those kind. Like but they're all convenient and it's a really easy way to at least pretend that you're a cook, you know? And it takes the stress away of what to buy and how much and all that. And it's half of the I don't like to cook problem that is solved for me, which is really great. They have oven ready options, really great hearty recipes for fall, and the holidays are gearing up. You don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for cooking with schedules. I mean, like October alone, my October is insane, you guys. There's so much stuff going on that it's so nice to have stuff already ready for me to make for my family. I don't have to waste money on groceries that I don't need. You can really save a lot of money doing this, honestly. I know people are like, but it's a service. Yeah, but you would not believe the money. They say that HomeChef customers save an average of $86 a month on groceries if you do this. So
It's true.
definitely something to look up to. The classic recipes, that's what Mock gets a lot. I like the 30-minute meals because
Yeah, those are great too.
they're oven ready trays and like the quick microwave options. I don't like to follow a lot of directions. I'm not very good at that. So HomeChef is offering you guys 50% off and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. Really great stuff. Visit homechef.com/chicks. That's homechef.com/chicks for 50% off. You should try it. Do it.
Do it. All right. So I know that you and Corinne talked about that horrible streamer guy, Hassan. What's his last
Piker.
name? Yes.
Yeah, it's
the dog
Hassan-
abuser.
Hassan the Hun. Yeah, the dog abuser, which I still want to free Kaya. That's his dog,
Oh.
Kaya. I want her.
Well, somebody put together this hilarious AI. I just wish this actually were true because it would be so perfect. And I just thought it was funny and wanted to share. Please enjoy this. Trump's got it.
Somebody needs to take that dog and bring her to me. Because she would
dog.
be, she
I
would
just
love
hate it.
She would love it here. There are skunks. I mean, all sorts of things to play with. Seriously.
That poor thing.
I
Poor
know, right?
creature. God, I just
Mhm.
hate thinking about her
I do
life.
too.
It's
I
just
know.
makes me so mad.
Me too.
So the folks from Turning Point USA obviously were at the White House yesterday, and Andrew Kolvet posted something on X what I thought was really interesting and also encouraging about this exploration that the White House is doing into the sourcing and the funding of Antifa now that it's considered a, terrorist organization. He said this: I've been in DC the last few days, and after speaking to people who have been read in on this, Treasury is the tip of the spear for getting to the bottom of Antifa's funding network, which includes a decentralized, loosely aligned spider web of interrelated groups across the country. This is truly an important way to honor Charlie's legacy, and I'll explain why. The day before he died, in the last text message Charlie ever sent to White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, Charlie implored the admin to get to the bottom of the radical left funding network that foments violence and incites riots and attacks on conservatives, federal personnel, etc. Treasury's work is a direct continuation of his mission. Secretary Bessent's team is apparently making good progress, and we should pray for their success.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So that I feel like this is leading to good places,
Yeah. And it's so interesting that the last text message that he ever sent was about violent lunatics on the left.
Yeah.
Like, go figure, right?
Interesting indeed. Andrew Kolvet also spoke on, I guess, the Charlie Kirk show about this need that so many people like Candace, like Ian Carroll, like all of these psychopaths have right now to create these ideas and theories about who killed Charlie Kirk that have nothing to do with the actual person that is being accused of killing Charlie Kirk. And they're also accusing Andrew and the other folks at TPUSA of just not caring about their friend enough to do that same kind of questioning, which just that accusation alone makes me seethe. It just makes me so angry. So they're so kind over there. But Andrew Kolvet addressed that specific accusation, which is that they don't care and they don't have concerns about the investigation. Here's what he said yesterday.
If you think you out there in the audience want justice for Charlie, I can assure you the people that are in this building, the people who are closest to Charlie, want it more. And you need to believe me when I say that. And that goes for Erika, that goes for Tyler, that goes for the whole team. Amen. And I can certainly say that that is the truth for myself. And just because you don't hear us speaking into a particular issue or an aspect of the case does not mean that we are not running 100 miles an hour in that direction to get the truth and to get justice. Yeah. And we have a team that is coordinating with law enforcement, both federal and state and local officials. And yes, we think we got the guy, that they got the guy. And it doesn't mean we don't have open questions. Who else knew about it? When did they know about it?
Right.
And was there financing? Were people getting radicalized by certain groups or ideologies? We want to know all of that.
Sure.
And we're not going to rest until we get that. But just because you don't see us speaking into something, doesn't mean we don't care, and doesn't mean that we're not working on those things actively. And me in my role with Turning Point, I have to be aware of the fact that things I say in public could negatively impact an ongoing investigation. People don't like that answer. I think most people appreciate that answer, but there's some people that don't. But that is the truth, and we have to sort of respect the process, let it play out.
Yes.
And then in the meantime, Dan, we have stuff that we can work on. And
I don't know why this is so hard.
Well, it is because they see the Candaces and the other, the Ian weirdos of the world who are like just spewing theories out every single day to get engagement, right? This is what they see. And so they think that he can do that. He actually wants to help solve the problem. And there are people investigating this. You can't just spew a bunch of bullshit out there and then try to get engagement when you're actually solving or trying to solve a problem behind the scenes with law enforcement. You can't do that. It would screw it up. They're serious.
Yeah.
They're actually seriously trying to do it. I believe that.
Yeah, these are the people that were the absolute closest to him, and
Right.
yet clowns like Ian Carroll are like, it wasn't a violent leftist to
God.
Jack Posobiec. Why are you spinning a narrative on your dead friend's grave? What a
Unbelievable.
piece of shit that guy is.
Yeah, that guy is the absolute
God.
worst. The absolute
God.
worst.
Just cannot with these people. And then
know.
unfortunately, I'm about to be put in a position where I am defending Candace.
Why?
Which makes me very uncomfortable, you guys. You need to know how uncomfortable I am defending
Oh my God.
Candace. But she has just been banned from Australia because they say that her presence in that country would incite discord in the Australian community. I'm sorry, she's as whack as they come. This is crazy.
Yeah, but why would you want to go there anyway? I mean, there's like giant spiders and
Because of the kangaroos and the koala bears.
and it's like a 25-hour flight. I'm not going there. I mean, I'm just saying. You guys, I'm never going to go to Australia. I'm never going to go. So it's just there you go. So there's your silver lining, Candace. If you're watching our show, which I know she watches our show every day because she's obsessed with us.
Right.
But I mean, it's like, you know, why would you want to go there anyway? They have all sorts of weird critters that are just snakes and all sorts of stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just think this is over
You
the
think it's
top
ridiculous?
on
Well, I mean,
Australia's part.
Australia is like, they hate free speech. They were the first ones that weren't they super lockdowny during COVID? I mean, they're a little bit nuts
Yeah.
over there, a little nuts.
Yeah, I know. And I saw that and I was like, I don't want to be on her side on
know.
anything, but
What? I mean,
But
I wouldn't want to
there
go.
we
There's
are.
a lot of places in the world that I don't want to go. Whatever. Ban me. That's fine.
So Cheryl Hines, RFK Jr.'s wife and actress, she was on The View yesterday, you guys, and she had far more grace than I could ever muster
my God.
amongst those hyenas.
Not
And so we've
imagine.
got a few clips. They went after her so hard and they were so mean to her about her husband that it was ridiculous. And it starts off with Whoopi saying, well, you know, he's not a doctor, right?
Really?
Go ahead.
Now,
All right.
I am. This is not your fight, really, to be fighting.
Okay,
this
but
is your husband's fight.
Then why are
Thank
you
for
asking
acknowledging
her?
that, but go ahead. But hear what
I
we're
just
talking
wanna
about.
say,
Yeah.
I do want to say, you know, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's talking, oftentimes when he's speaking, he is speaking not with the best information that we can get because, you know, yeah, we could do a lot better with health stuff. And there's a lot of stuff he can do. And some of the things he's suggested take it out of the hands of my doctor and me and my OBGYN and me. And I wonder, does it give you pause and are you able to say, you know, that might not actually be so?
Just to be clear, 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors.
But they've had a
There
science
have been
background.
3.
Yeah.
No, to be
You know
honest,
what? One of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist.
but
So
the majority of them that haven't had medical backgrounds have
Oh,
had a
wait.
science
Wait,
background.
don't
which our
do
husband
anything
doesn't
else.
have
Don't,
either.
don't say anything else yet.
'Cause I do
we
wanna-
have to take a break.
Of course, you have to take a break. I love how she was like, it's not your fight, but we're going to go ahead and just deliver a beating to you this entire
Right.
time, even though it's not your fight. My favorite was when Sunny was like, with all due respect, let me not respect you.
Well, we do have that. We may have that clip next. I'm not sure if that's the next one, but she was one of the people that was like, he's just constantly spewing misinformation and disinformation.
Right.
And you know how much I hate her smug face.
Oh, she's the worst.
God, she's awful. So here's a little bit of Sunny.
has also spread a lot of misinformation, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, and I think it's just a very dangerous thing. And I say it with the utmost respect.
Some of it's good and some of it's not. That's the point.
Listen, we all have different views here.
Yes.
And when you say, misinformation, disinformation, we could go back to COVID when...
He's connecting circumcision to autism.
May I finish?
Please.
When Fauci were saying when you get the vaccine, you cannot transmit COVID. It will stop COVID. And that was disinformation, misinformation.
We were also still learning about it. It was a novel virus we've never encountered before.
Right.
Because now the doctors will acknowledge that it
And Dr.
can't.
Fauci has a medical
At the time, they were censoring Bobby because Bobby said, where's the science to show us this? And there wasn't any. But people attacked him and said, you're wrong. So it's like, let's take a step back. I know that's your opinion, and that's okay.
She was so nice.
If you cannot question science, it's not science. It's propaganda. And that's precisely what we lived through during COVID. And these bitches can't handle it. Like that. The fact that she said with the utmost respect to her, and then she proceeded to disrespect her and her husband. If somebody came at me and was disrespecting my husband or disrespecting anybody in my family or disrespecting you, oh my God. she was so nice to them. I would not have been as nice. I would have been swinging. I would have been saying inappropriate things. No
would have been carried off with security.
Right. It would have been so bad. It would have been so ugly. You guys, that's why I could never go on that show. I can't. I loathe these vile, disgusting vulture women. They're awful.
And by the way, Alyssa did not wear a MAGA hat.
Yeah, she's a liar.
Yesterday, she's a big.
She's a liar, is what she is. God, these are just the most awful women ever.
And they complained about the doubt that RFK Jr. has put into the public's mind about vaccines. So that was another thing that they went after her for. Here it is.
When you say that they are pro-vaccine, it seems as though Bobby and Trump are casting doubt on the efficacy of the vaccine, which makes Americans very nervous. So that's the problem that we're having.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. I understand that. And it's interesting because I don't know if you saw 60 Minutes just did a piece about the vaccine injury compensation program. Yeah. So people that have had vaccine injuries can be compensated if they can prove it. And they have paid out $5.4 billion for vaccine injuries. So my question is, can we do better? Is that all vaccines or just the COVID vaccine? It's all vaccines. It's all vaccines. As far as I know. As far as I know. Okay. But so the question is, yes to vaccines. Yes, they are important, and they are an important part of our health care. Can we do better? Can we make them safer? Can we make them, can we listen to parents who say, my child got the vaccine and changed and stopped hitting markers, stopped developing the way they were developing? Can we listen to people when they say that instead of saying, you're crazy?
I agree with that, but you want to listen to scientists.
Really? Which scientists, Joy? Which scientists? The scientists they deemed appropriate to listen to because they squelched a whole huge swath of scientists? You don't get to tell me that. We don't trust the Public Health Forum anymore because of what they did during COVID. So take all the seats. I swear. And not only that, but they had her on. What kills me about these feminist women is they have this woman on who's accomplished in her own right. And they asked her nothing about herself. Nothing. She's accomplished. She's an accomplished actress. She's done incredible work for United Cerebral Palsy. Like, she is a huge advocate for cerebral palsy. She's done a ton of stuff for that. Didn't ask her one thing about her or what she's done individually or personally. It was all about her husband. Don't you guys think that's weird? I think it's weird.
Is that true? Because I didn't listen to her whole appearance. So I don't know.
Well, if they did, it was overshadowed by all this shit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, these are the clips that are getting all the press.
Totally. I mean, it's like, maybe ask her about stuff that she does. I seriously doubt that they did ask her anything about herself. I guarantee you that they went in there and they just attacked her about her husband. She's more than just her husband. You know?
I hope it just makes her a stronger Republican. You know what I mean? Maybe because she's definitely not been one. And so maybe she's starting to see more and more how awful, how truly awful the left is.
Oh my God. They just were terrible. And how graceful and elegant and lovely she was. God bless her for even going on that snake pit of a show.
I know. Last clip of that is when she pointed out, there have been HHS secretaries with all the credentials that these hyenas demand who oversaw when there was lead and arsenic in stuff that we were consuming. So what about that? And this is how they responded.
Even baby formula, now we're finding out there's arsenic, there's lead. Oh. So the question is, who is running HHS when they allowed lead and arsenic in a baby formula? How is that person not dangerous?
Well, two wrongs don't make a right.
No! What? I'm saying Bobby is the one getting this out.
I know. Good for him.
On that.
Good for him on that. Oh my God.
I would have punched her in the face and then I would have been arrested and it all would have got, not that we condone violence on the show, but on that show, we would never. On that show, I may condone a little violence. I don't know. I just couldn't help myself. Like, what is that?
I don't know. I mean, it's absolutely crazy.
On that, I guess it's okay that he's getting arsenic out of. Okay. These ladies, they're horrible. They're horrible.
They are absolutely awful.
Oh my God.
We've got some culture stuff for today, and we're going to kick it off with this absolutely fantastic woman on TikTok who wants to tell you about her white voice. I love her. You will too.
You sound white. No. I sound like I can hold down a job. I sound like PTO and dental. I sound articulate? Good. You can't sound white unless you're out here barking in Crayola. I sound like I was raised by someone who hugged me and checked my homework. Honestly, if sounding white just means using grammar, then sign me up. I'll even throw in a little semicolon with confidence. Hello? This is professionalism speaking. How may I direct your insecurity? You're mad I don't sound like your stereotype. I'm mad you still have one. I sound like I pay my taxes on time. I sound like a 401k. I sound like I've never yelled at a cashier at Walmart at midnight. I sound like I pay my rent on time. I sound like I read terms and conditions twice. I sound like HR would actually listen to me. I sound like I survived group projects. You mean I enunciate? Tragic. I sound like I use commas correctly. I sound like I don't take out a loan just to go buy Gucci. I sound educated. And most importantly, I sound like me.
Go, girl.
She's gorgeous too.
I know. Her teeth, her teeth were like perfection.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. This next clip, I hate to play it because it's like depressing as hell, but these are young girls being asked, they're engaged in one of those man on the street type of interviews. And they're probably like, I want to say maybe somewhere in the 12 to 14 age range.
Okay.
I could be misjudging that because I'm not a very good judge of age, but that's what they seem like to me.
Okay.
And they're being asked the question, how many genders are there? One of the girls wants to be honest about that conversation, and her friend has been so freaking brainwashed that you'll see.
How many genders are there?
I feel like there's two, because transgender.
No, stop. Don't say that on camera.
Yeah, but
they're
I feel
like 16.
You either switch from a boy to a girl.
No,
like
stop.
switch back and forth.
Stop. I feel like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to be, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, but I feel like they switch back and forth. I know.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. There's you can be anything you want to be. It doesn't matter. Come on, stop.
All right, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. No, you shouldn't be sorry. They're like 16. They're probably at least 16 years old, those girls. Yeah. And I'm sure that happens all the time. Mm-hmm.
That is so sad to me.
My daughter would be like, there are two.
I mean,
don't tell me what to do. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And there's part of me that's like, okay, so maybe the friend was worried, is this going to harm my friend if she is outspoken about this? Which, okay, that's
on video. Yeah.
And she's just doing that out of protection. But the fact that was her instinct is everything's fine. You can do whatever you want and it's fine. That's brainwashing and it's sad.
Oh, it's total brainwashing. Teach your kids to not be afraid to say what's true. The truth is always okay. The truth
Yeah.
is always the right way to present things is to
Yes.
present the truth. Just tell your kids to
Yes.
speak the truth. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. The New York Times recently did an article. So first you're just going to see the title. What does Gen Z divorce look like?
Oh,
Which
God.
seems like, okay, well, that's probably going to be a rather interesting article.
Right.
I don't even understand these two paragraphs, which you are about to read.
Oh, God.
I mean, what in the world?
In 2021, Kira Benson, a violinist living in Seattle, knew it was time to get a divorce, ending their 2-year lavender marriage, which you just found out about the other day. Right?
I was yesterday years old.
Wasn't an easy decision, but the musician had a supportive ally. If you have to dump your ex-husband, Mix Benson said, co-dump him with his mistress. I'm already confused.
I'm already confused. Exactly. Okay, so I'm not alone.
All right. Before the breakup, what is mix? What is it? What am I reading? What is MX? What is
It's like
that?
they don't want to be either gender. I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
I don't know.
I'm already pissed off. All right. Before the breakup, Mix Benson, 27, who uses the pronoun they, oh God, checked in with their therapist, who said a divorce would be a good choice. Out of queer solidarity, they informed their husband's mistress. How is it a mistress if they don't have gender? Okay. Anyways, this was kosher and Mix Benson's arrangement, which was not a legal marriage, but a domestic partnership about their shared partner's troubling behavior. The night of the breakup, Mix Benson and the mistress spent a cozy evening together. We were eating a lot of comfort food, playing a lot of Animal Crossing. Okay. First of all,
what in the world?
Just so it was
just cannot.
So there is no divorce because it was not even a marriage to begin with. It was a
Right.
domestic partnership. Okay, well then just get your crap and move out.
These people are
Insane. They're insane.
This is insanity. So
Right.
anyway, if this is Gen Z and their relationship, I'm just so worried for my son. I'm just so
Yeah.
worried. He needs to marry your daughter and just be done with it.
I know. They really do just need to get married and just be done with it and have like 14 kids.
And be normal,
Yep.
because I can't take
Agreed.
it.
I know.
I've seen a trend here and there on the socials of people of couples getting married and these are soy men, like these are the soyest of the soy men.
Right.
The men are taking the wives' last names in this
Yes.
show of feminism, even though what they're actually doing is taking the woman's father's name.
Oh my
so
God.
it's not feminist at all.
I cannot believe I almost played this with Corinne last week. It's so weird that
Really?
it's so, yeah, we're having a total brain share. But yes, I saw this last week and I find this to be so gross.
Well, I don't know if we're talking about the same video. You're about to see a girl who is talking about how just ridiculous it is that women don't ever get their own name. And she has a suggestion, you guys. See what you think.
Isn't it wild that a woman doesn't have her own name that isn't connected to a man? Because her last name is either her father's last name because she was the property of her father, or her husband's last name because she is the property of her husband. So should we just all change our last names to vagina?
Yes, that's what we should do. Okay, great plan.
Great intellectual take there. She's a powerhouse, intellectual powerhouse right there. Good Lord. No, we're not going to do that. We're not. No, the one that I saw last week was it's always the bangs. Yeah. It's always the bangs, right? The one that I saw last week was a woman who had just gotten married. It was like a Gen Z-ish age. She had just gotten married to a man, and the man walked into their apartment and he was like, I changed my name to your last name. And they were all excited because he had no balls. And the balls maybe that he did have were in jars or in a jar next to her bedside, or like in her bedside table. Because this is what they're doing. Like, just
yikes.
If you listen, just change your name. Like, what is the big deal? I actually
or don't, or just keep your names or whatever. But like doing that, this is just so dumb.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
just so
I'm
dumb.
old fashioned. I think that I feel like women should take their husband's name. I'm old fashioned.
Well, I was excited too because it's such a good name. I mean, Weaver's so easy. You never have to spell it. you know.
Right. I was excited to do that too, but I think that's just part of the thing. It's part of the whole deal. You get married, you take his last name, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Here is just an example of what it looks like from sort of behind the scenes to have to live in a creator house. I just feel so bad for the kids that have to grow up this way. Look at how ridiculous it is behind the scenes to make these videos.
Oh my God.
I'm just so embarrassed for all of them, and I feel bad for the kids.
The kids, they're not, it's not normal. It's like growing up in show business. It's not normal. They're going to be so messed up. Right. Everything is a performance. Everything is performative.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just icky.
God, and the mom, she's such an attention whore, you know?
It was just
Good
disgusting.
Lord.
And like, so she was like, okay, so here's what everybody's gonna do. And then she assigned the roles, gave out the props, and it's just
and she's like, it's not right. It's no, Madeline, you didn't do it right. She's one of those.
You didn't hold your Stanley Cup high enough.
No, and her poor little boy. God.
I know, right? The Kardashian, I know we talked about Kris Jenner yesterday, but it's been forever, I feel like, since the Kardashians just as a family have really gotten a lot of attention, at least the amount of attention that they're accustomed to, right? Because I don't hear about them very often.
That's a good thing, Mock. We're happy about that.
I totally agree.
My God, we want that to keep happening. We want them to go away forever. Yeah.
But I think that they're sensing it because now I think they're looking for ways that they can shock and get their name back out there because here is the new product from Kim Kardashian.
What?
It is from her Ultimate Bush collection, which features underwear and thongs covered in fake hair. Why do we need this?
I cannot. God, these people are so ridiculous. They're just ridiculous. I can't.
What would make somebody want this?
I don't know. Okay, so oh my God. I cannot. I can't. Okay, wait. I have a question. So the cord, like the thong itself, is that gold? Is that gold? Is it rhinestones? What is it?
I don't know. It looks uncomfortable. AF.
I can't. It looks like some sort of vermin animal. Like, okay.
Anyway, that's happening, and you needed to know about it.
Thanks, Mock. Thanks. Buddha Shaw said she thought it was a tea bag. It looks a little like a hairy tea bag. Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to our show, everybody. Welcome to the Chicks on the Right show.
The White House social media team is completely epic. And they're the best. I love this video. So this is their interpretation of what it looks like when illegals ask for their handouts.
Done nothing wrong ever in my life.
I know this. And I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. Money, please. My money.
Yep. God, I love them.
I know, it's so good.
I love them so much. It's the greatest. And they get so butthurt when they see stuff like that. And I'm like, that's so true. It's exactly what it's like.
It's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I saw somebody go, Henry Winkler should sue. He should sue the White House. I'm like, okay, you do that.
He should.
Ponzi.
Try that.
You do it. Hey, you do it. Okay.
So these next few are going to have a theme, and the theme is grammar. So we're going to bring back that guy who I just love him so much, where he shows how ridiculous the English grammar or the English language is by pointing out how different words are pronounced. And he's always like, you don't see why that's a thing? Or like, it's that way because it is. And that's why. And those are my favorite little catchphrases. Anyway, here is his latest.
So this word is
on.
Which means this word is
son.
No. Why would you think? It's sun. You don't see how. It's because it's on with an S. Sun. That's why.
Okay.
Which means this word would be
Sonic.
no. It's Sonic. See how? Let's take a step back. If this word is sun, then this word would be
Sa.
no. What do you think? It's so. See how? It's because it's not sa. That's why. Which means this word would be
Toe.
no. It's two. See how? It's because that's why.
Right. It's like, can you imagine when your parents came to America? They were like, what the hell is wrong with this language?
I know.
God.
This one, I want him to do a video on because I saw this yesterday and I was like, why don't we say patio? I'm going to go out on the patio.
Just to piss myself off. Patio. I'm going to go on the patio right now, you guys. I'm going to walk out on the patio. That's right.
Oh my God. Or radio. Why don't we say that people got radioed on Twitter?
It's a beautiful day just to sit out on the patio. We should, everybody say it from here on out. Everybody.
I just love that. And then still keeping with the theme, listen to this. I don't know why this made me laugh so
If a man
hard.
has no arms and he has a gun in his pocket, is that man armed or unarmed?
I can't. I can't. He's, I don't know. Quite the conundrum
he's an
that you're
unarmed, armed man.
He's an armed, unarmed man.
I think he's an unarmed,
I don't know.
armed man.
We don't know. That's right. That's right.
And that's why.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see how? All right. So here's another word that is going to give you pause and make you want to say it, to think about how you say it.
Hey, my homie just asked me why do we pronounce the G in longevity twice, and I can't stop thinking about it. Make it make sense.
Yeah, it should be longevity.
I don't actually say it twice, though. I've always said longevity. I never say the hard G.
I say longevity.
You do?
I do. I say it twice. I do say it twice, but it should be longevity, right?
Or just longevity. That's how I've always said it.
Yeah, we say it twice, you guys.
And there's only one.
I don't know. I still think, you guys, we should make Patio happen. Hashtag Patio.
Totally agree.
Make it happen.
Okay, okay, now we're moving on from that theme, which was great fun. But
it was great fun.
On. I don't know why this made me just relate so hard. And seals are so cute anyway. So you know how when you go to the self-checkout at the grocery store and you mess it up, right? Like you do something.
I hate self-checkout. I hate it.
I know. I hate it so much.
I hate it. I
always F it up.
Me
always.
too. Always. And you're like, gosh, darn
and then
it.
you got to stand there
and
waiting for somebody to notice you, which is why this just cracked me up so much.
So me. That's me.
Because it says
Especially,
me waiting on the cashier to notice me after I screw up and I'm not sure what I did.
Right. Especially with the menopause whiskers. That's us. It's totally us right there.
He's so sad, you guys.
God
love
bless him. Look at him. He's just so lost. I don't know what I did. I'm not supposed to do this. This isn't my job. Why am I supposed to be checking myself out? I don't get paid to do this. You guys going to give me a check? Come on, Walmart.
It's just so cute. So cute. This is a quick one, but I thought it was hilarious. A little tutorial for the young men out there about how to hit on women.
Hitting on girls with my dog. Hey.
Oh. That's great. Now I would like to see him try that with Coda, the 180-pound Great Dane.
Right.
If he can do that, he's going to bag a woman for sure.
Oh, that cracked me up. All right. To finish it off, we have a cat that is a total dick to this dog, which makes me so mad because this cat attacks the dog and then attacks the dog again for reacting.
Look at the Hey, don't react at me. The dog is like, What the hell did I do?
Sitting here.
I just
God.
read. What do you want me to do? I still love the cat, though. I kind of want the cat. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want him. Yeah.
Why do they have to be such dicks?
I don't know.
I mean,
They're
they
kinda
really
awesome
can
now.
just be awful, man. Awful.
Yep.
All right, let me make sure that I'm getting all of our Venmos. We had a message from Sarah Napier yesterday that said a little seed money to get the kangaroo fund started.
I should not have said anything.
Oh, yes, you should have.
You know what I really need is I need a cat, a really dicky cat, and just name it Joy Behar. That's what I need. Really.
Carrie Heath said, I'm calling on prayer warriors. My 84, is that right? Yeah, my 84-year-old father is having a knee replacement on Monday, and I'm still dealing with a skin infection since early summer. The pain is keeping me from sleeping and functioning well. Thank you, everyone. This group is awesome. And
We
it
do
is
have an
awesome.
awesome group. We do. We do have a great group.
Kelly Wiseman said, Happy Dad Joke Wednesday. Happy 31st anniversary to the best dad joke teller, my hubby Dave. What did the ghost use to get the wrinkles out of its sheet? Botox. Love you, jerks, XOXO. And then over on locals, Roth Lady Wright said, no one needed to see that ever. What the actual F? So sorry, language. I can't. I'm so done if anyone pays for that. Referring, of course, to the furry thong.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of bad. Okay.
I do not know. Now you.
Marcy Peralez, good morning, chicks. Dad Joke Wednesday. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies.
I love that one. That's one of my favorite jokes ever.
Have an awesome day. I need a coffee. Erica has the Holy Spirit within her. God bless Erica and her children. She does indeed. Jennifer, no. What's the difference between ET and a legal alien? ET only phoned home. ET not only phoned home, he actually went back home. Sent on Jen's behalf. Yep, it's true. MT. Christchurch shooter said Candy was his main inspo. That factors into the Australia decision. Not surprising. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, she's awful. Period.
She is awful. Shelly Bolton, a mom joke for Dad Joke Wednesday from the chick with stuff to say. What's the fastest land mammal? A toddler who's been asked, what's that in their mouth? Take my dollars and keep your sense of humor. Love you, jerks. So true. Oh my God. Jennifer, no. My son's school called to inform me they were transferring him to special ed. That doesn't seem right since I do all of his homework. I love it. Sandy Stokes, in the right hands, an e-collar is a valuable tool. It's not the tool, it's the fool with the tool. That trainer is a fool. Pro trainer here. Yep, Sandy knows. Uriel Gonzalez, I don't have a dad joke, but I do have a humbling thought. The more you learn, the more you realize how little you know.
It's true.
It's a good thought. I like that. Melissa Tuttle, stand up to Islam, not ism. Sorry, I have to wear my glasses when talking to my phone. Happy hump day, ladies. You know what? And I think that there's a lot of autocorrect. We were talking about that yesterday when we got off the air. Lady Shenandoah. So if AJ has to pay 1.5 billion, I'm assuming Alex Jones has to pay, if Alex Jones has to pay 1.5 billion, what about the decades of Holocaust deniers or people that deny that 10/7/23 never happened, even when confronted with survivors of either event?
That's the thing. It's just it seems very.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
it's slippery. All right.
Yeah.
Jennifer, no. Jen asked, wasn't Whoopi the one who said Jill Biden should be the Surgeon General since she had a PhD and was a wonderful doctor? Yeah,
yes.
She was the one.
She called her a hell of a doctor.
She did. Yep. Nathan Sangster, I say longevity like mock. Only one G softened by the following E.
Yeah, like it's a J. Longevity. Yeah, that's how I say it.
Longevity. Yeah.
Longevity.
I say longevity. Like Long
Nathan,
Island.
You and I say it wrong.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we're bringing it in.
I'm going to go see my boy who's home. My boy is home. My boy
Jackson's home for fall break. Yay. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.